ואליהו כל שלא יכול בכל יום תחלו שהוא בין המבוא של אמר הלכות עולם לא אל תקרא הליכות אלא הלכות.
חזק וברוך. בוקר טוב רבותיי. Welcome to the next minyan, almost minyan. It says in the Torah, מפני שיבה תקום והדרת פני זקן. What does that mean? That a person has to honor two types of people in society. One is the Talmid Chacham, and one is the elder, right? Who's older person. So what does that mean? The Talmid Chacham, what is the Talmid Chacham? What is an elder? Right? How do we define those things? So first of all, the elder, according to halakha, that means that he's 70 years old, at least. You know, if he's 70 already, he hit that mark in age, like David HaMelech, you know. So you have to honor him by standing before him. What's the halakha? How does it work? When he comes within 4 amot of your, right, of where you are, arba amot, which is about 6 feet, 2 meters, you have to stand up for a zaken, for somebody who's 70 years old. According to the Arizal, by the way, it's 60, the age. So, you know, he argues with this halakha, but the halakha is not like that. Of course, we go like the halakha. It's an argument between the Arizal and the halakha, so we go like the halakha. So therefore, we say 70, right? The Talmud, that's what it says. Talmud says Rambam, Shulchan Aruch. That's how we go. So therefore, this is the rule. But you know, the Chazal say something interesting, right? Does he have to be very wise, this elder? Does he have to be a big chacham or something, or whatever, or just a regular Jew, or what? What are we talking about, right? So it could be even Amaretz, you know, somebody who's Amaretz, but he's a religious Jew, you know, keep Shabbat, you know, religious person, observant, you know, observant in mitzvot, Torah and mitzvot. He's not driving on Shabbat, going to 47th Street, you know, all kinds of things, right, on Shabbat, right, all kinds of things like this. People like this, we don't honor them because they don't deserve any honor, you know. The Chazal say, by the way, all the poskim brought down everywhere, Rambam, Shulchan Aruch, Mishnah Brura, right? The person who's mechalel Shabbat in Farhesia in public, he's like a goy. So what are you going to do, right? That's what it is, you know. He's like a goy. So therefore, right? What can you do, right? That's the way it is. So therefore, right? Therefore, the Chazal say if he's a zaken ashmai, you know what that means? Like a sinner, you know. He's a sinner, not a good person, you know. We don't rise for a person like that, even if he's 70 years old. But if he's Amaretz, but nice guy, you know, good person, you know, really keeps mitzvot, even though he doesn't know a lot of Torah, anyway, you got to stand for him. Right? That's the way it is. Okay. Also, right now, getting to Talmid Chacham, right? What is Talmid Chacham? That's we have to also define that, right? A lot of people have all kinds of ideas. What is Talmid Chacham? So the truth is, it says Bet Yosef in your Dea, he writes over there, Talmid Chacham means a person who knows how to answer questions in halakha. So if you go to him, you know, he'll answer you in any practical question in halakha that you have, whether it's laws of nida or laws of kashrut or whatever it may be, right? He knows how to answer all these questions, and it doesn't mean, by the way, he makes them up, you know, from his own head. You know, that's not answering. You know what I mean? Just person makes up things, you know. That's not answering. Answering means that he knows the sources, he knows the Shulchan Aruch, he knows the Talmud, he knows the Rambam, what's going on in these places, right? And he answers you a real answer, not a fake answer, you know, something he conjured up from his own mind. That's not a real rabbi. That's a fake rabbi, right? So that's not what we're talking about. A person, so he has to be able to fake news. Yeah, okay, what can I do, right? Everything is fake today. Everything is plastic, disposable, whatever, right? So that's the way it is today, right? So as we said, right, that if a rabbi can really answer you in any question you ask him, either he knows it on the spot or he can look it up. You know, he knows how to look up and research or whatever. He's got this, you know, schora. He's got the goods, right? So he can give you. That's Talmid Chacham. But a person, you know, who knows, let's say he learned, you know, Musar, you know, books, you know, and he learned Midrashim, you know, he learned Talmud also, you know, he learned Gemara, he went to Yeshiva, he went to Chafetz Chaim, you know, he learned some Talmud over there, even though they'll go very slowly over there, right? They go like a little slow putty train, you know, they go a little bit too slow over there. But anyway, right, he learned Talmud, you know, and he learned, says the Chazon Ish, that's not called Talmid Chacham. You know, this is not called, unless he knows halakha, how to tell you the halakha, how to guide you in halakhic issues, that's called Talmid Chacham. Only that's called Talmid Chacham. So otherwise, right, what does that mean? That if a person sees somebody like that, you know, who's bakin halakha, knows halakha very good, you know, you should get up in front of him when he comes into your 4 amot. Same thing, right? When you're arba amot, you have to stand up for him because of his Torah, not because you like him or not, right? It doesn't matter whether you like him. You got politics with the guy, you know, all kinds of things, you know. You got a grudge against him, you know. Oh yeah, that guy, you know, what he did to me, how he treated me. What difference does it make? You're honoring his Torah. You're not honoring his personal conduct or whatever, you know, his personal, his personal issues. You're honoring his Torah, right? But that also has a caveat. The caveat is that if he's a rasha, this Talmid Chacham, you know, he doesn't keep mitzvot. You know what I mean? Somebody like this, so he doesn't deserve any honor. You know what I mean? He doesn't, he doesn't keep what he preaches himself, you know what I mean? He says one thing, and he himself doesn't keep it. A person like this, you know what I mean? What is this Torah worth? Not worth nothing. I remember, I was, unfortunately, when I was in a kollel over here one time, before I went to Israel, I was in one kollel over here. I'm not going to mention the name, right? Not to embarrass anybody. But this Rosh Kollel over there, he used to, when we used to say Chazrat HaShatz, he was talking all the way through, from beginning, from Magen Avraham until Sim Shalom. He was talking with his friends, What kind of rabbi is that? That's Talmid Chacham. Even though he knew a lot of Torah, he knows a lot of things. But a person like this, who's a sinner, he has no shame, He sins in public like this, talking in Chazrat HaShatz. What kind of rabbi is that? So what it says in Shulchan Aruch about a rabbi like that, right? We don't give him any kavod. He's like a regular person, like a regular guy. Like, anybody from the street. So he has to not only know halakha and he also keep the halakha. Regarding this, I don't want to keep you too long, right? It says in the Talmud, right, that how do you know if a chacham is somebody you should follow him? In halakha, you should follow him in his ways. Very simple test, If he looks like an angel, then follow him. If he doesn't look like Malchei Sharet, he doesn't look like an angel, don't follow him. So what does that mean? He looks like an angel. What happens? He's white. He's got one leg like an angel. What does it mean? He looks like an angel. So you know what it means, right? The angels, Kadosh Baruch Hu, whatever he tells them, they're like robots. They keep everything he tells them. Same thing with the chacham. If he keeps the halakha like an angel, like a robot, he doesn't deviate from the halakha. You see that he keeps what he says and what the Torah says. So then, you should follow him. Otherwise, don't follow him. Don't learn from him. By the way, you're not allowed to learn from somebody like that. From somebody who doesn't have Yirat Shamayim, Talmid Chacham, who doesn't have Yirat Shamayim, you're not allowed to learn from him nothing, because he's going to give you distorted Torah. You know what I mean? So it has and also, right, we have also one other category, which is Gedol Hador. If it's a person like this, one of the great sages of the generation, right? You have to get up from him even far away if you see him, not for Amot. Right? Also, if he's your Rebbe, you learn most of your Torah from him, right? You have to get up from him even if you see him far away, not even for Amot, even a long distance. Once you see him, you have to get up for him, because he's your main Rebbe. What does that mean, main Rebbe? The most of the Torah that you learn from him. That's what it means, main Rebbe. Or he's a Gedol Hador. The Gedol Hador is like the Rebbe for everybody. He's everybody's Rebbe, because we all learn from him. You know what I mean? That's the way it is. Baruch Adonai Leolam. Amen. Amen.